I don't know what the big deal is about the fact that Caitlin is getting a lot of love. She deserves that, and she's helped change this game, just as a lot of other players have. But it is what it is, and I think that we are all benefiting from the effects that she's had on the game, and I just appreciate the way she shows.
It's a remarkable day in women's basketball when a Hall of Famer steps onto a podcast and delivers more insight than a championship post-game interview. Lisa Leslie didn't just stand up for Caitlin Clark. She provided a masterclass in poise, perspective, and humility. In the process, she offered Angel Reese a lesson on her own show, with thousands tuning in to witness what can only be described as one of the most graceful and impactful responses in podcast history.
And in my season 2, what's some advice that you would give for me?
Season 2, I can't wait to work with you some more. The biggest advice I have for you is going to be how you shoot your layups, period.
What's some advice you'd give me for season 2? I can't wait to work with you more. Lisa Leslie's response was simple yet powerful. Asterisk, asterisk, it's all about how you finish at the rim. While the internet has been caught up in the Clark versus Reese saga, fans turning it into a rivalry straight out of a blockbuster, Leslie stepped in with a completely different approach. She didn't choose sides. She elevated the conversation. One day, she's acknowledging Caitlin Clark's impact on the league. The next, she's offering Angel Reese the kind of mentorship you don't get in practice. This wasn't about stirring controversy. It was about growth. And let's be real, someone had to say it.
But she literally got called out for missing layups. I mean, on her own damn...
Let's take a step back. For months, it's felt like Caitlin Clark couldn't take a step without a WNBA veteran throwing a subtle jab her way, whether through passive-aggressive quotes, icy glances, or even physical play on the court. From jealousy-laced tweets to hard fouls, it was clear that not everyone was eager to roll out the welcome mat. So when Lisa Leslie, one of the true pioneers of the WNBA, stepped up and said, asterisk, actually, Caitlin's doing everything right, asterisk, it landed like a buzzer beater.
You want to see more WNBA people saying this, and it's just so obvious.
This wasn't just another opinion from the sidelines. This was Lisa Leslie, a trailblazer who helped shake the WNBA, who was dunking before it became a spectacle, and who understands exactly what it takes to elevate a league.
Have to understand that when one player eats, we all eat. And as we all get more opportunities, it just opens it up for everyone else. And I think Caitlin has said that even herself in certain interviews. And I love that. I love that she's not the player who's like, it's all about her. It's not. She's giving love and homage to those of us that have come before her. She shares the wealth with her teammates, and she doesn't have to do that. So I just don't, again, I don't know what the big deal is about the fact that Caitlin is getting a lot of love. She deserves that, and she's helped change this.
And Lisa didn't just say Caitlin Clark is good. She highlighted the asterisk, not just the numbers. She pointed out Clark's humility, her genuine respect for the legends who paved the way. In a league where some act like they invented the crossover, Clark's appreciation for the game's history stands out. Lisa made sure everyone heard that loud and clear. She essentially asked, are you even paying attention? Because while some are caught up complaining about media attention, Caitlin is out here giving flowers to the pioneers.
She's a competitor. She's a trash talker. She makes players around her better. She's exciting to watch. And quite frankly, I've missed seeing her. Being at Unrivaled, she was there. I've missed seeing her play. So I really look forward to seeing her back out there. But as I do all of the WNBA players, we are really watching a very exciting level of basketball.
But let's talk about the real moment, the pivot that made jaws drop. Lisa Leslie didn't just defend from a distance. She brought the conversation straight to Angel Reese. On Reese's own podcast, in a setting where Angel controlled the mic and the edit button, Leslie went full truth-teller mode. And what did she do? She looked Reese dead in the eye and called out her biggest weakness, those missed layups.
The biggest advice I have for you is going to be how you shoot your layups, period. We're going to fix that.
Yeah.
That's fixable for you. And I think that's probably the biggest. I think your shot from the outside is improving. I love that your ball handling is good. Your defense is improving.
Let's pause and appreciate the moment. You invite a legend onto your show, expecting some talk about legacy, maybe a few laughs, and that girl power vibe. Instead, you get your finishing issues aired out like laundry in front of thousands of listeners. It wasn't cruel. It wasn't petty. It was real. And honestly, it was the kind of tough love coaching moment that Angel Reese might not get anywhere else.
Hoops game where she literally needs to put up like 300 shots a day. And I'm not kidding. Like 200 or 300 shots a day, and that's missed layups. She's 6'3" or 6'4", can't hit a layup to save her life. And literal videos have went mega viral of just her missing layups in games.
Lisa didn't drag Reese, she taught her. And that's what makes her such a force in the game. She didn't embarrass Angel. She elevated her by speaking the truth. It was the same way a Hall of Famer would pull a struggling rookie aside and say, "You've got the tools, but your fundamentals need work." If Angel's smart, she'll take it as the gift it truly is.
You gotta go out there and prove yourselves. And listen, are we going to get upset about 5, 6, 10 games less on television or not? I don't think we should. We have access to find these games now in a way that we never had before. And we have to appreciate that, and all these platforms that support.
What Lisa understands better than anyone in the league is that everyone benefits when the stars rise. And Caitlin Clark? She's not just rising, she's skyrocketing. Leslie reminded everyone that Clark's visibility isn't a threat to the veterans. It's a rising tide. More eyes on the league means more money, more coverage, more seats filled, and, most importantly, it means a future where both newcomers and veterans get paid what they deserve. Leslie even tackled the drama surrounding Clark's TV time head-on.
Stephen A. Smith had a very interesting discourse with Fee recently over the number of games the Fever have broadcasted this season compared to other teams who have also got stars on them. So I'm curious what you make of W's decision to lean into highlighting its.
While players like Reese and others complained about how many national games Caitlin Clark's team gets, Lisa Leslie broke it down like a professor. "When one of us eats, we all eat," she said. In other words, if you're upset about TV slots, you should be thanking Clark for the audience boost.
I think it's all about money, marketing, and we cannot deny what Caitlin Clark has done for the women's game. I'm not going to act like it's something that we don't see. She's had a huge effect, called the Caitlin Clark effect. Yes, have we ever had teams have to get into larger arenas to play against a team? No, we have not. So if we have more eyeballs on the game and Caitlin Clark brings that, why would we feel some kind of way because she has more television?
Lisa Leslie would likely view Caitlin Clark's success as proof of her talent and impact, regardless of winning a national championship. Championships don't define greatness. Influence, skill, and consistency do.
Reese, where would you rank her amongst all-time college players in your opinion?
Ooh, that's tough because you got to win one. I feel like that college is one of those spaces where you got to win one for them to even have your name in the conversation. And it took me 3 years to win mine, so it's hard.
Well, guess what? Lisa Leslie clapped back on that too.
Curious if you think winning an NCAA championship is needed for that eventual GOAT conversation, greatest of all time status.
Absolutely not. I didn't win an NCAA championship. I was National Player of the Year. I won all of the individual awards. But sometimes, it's very hard to win a national championship, regardless of how much people talk about it, like, oh, you have to have it. It is one of the hardest things to do in a tournament where you have so many games and you're trying to get there. So, yeah, shout out to all of the players who were able to win national championships. But it doesn't make a player who didn't win a national championship any less of an amazing individual player and the possibility to be in the talks of being a GOAT.
Then came the line that sealed it all. Lisa Leslie said Caitlin Clark deserves it all. The attention, the endorsements, a hype, because she's changing the game. And coming from someone who literally changed the game herself, that's not hype, it's a coronation.
Hey, listen, Caitlin, I am so thankful for her. I'm thankful for all of these women and where this game is, and we have to step back and see the big picture and how it's impacting all of us.
Lisa Leslie is completely on the money here. And that's just a problem when it comes to a lot of the old WNBA, is that they just can't. They just can't not even wrap their head around. They can't just accept, okay, this person is more popular than...
It's just a fact. She is, it's more than a fact. She is not good at layups. But I was looking at her stats, so I jotted some down right here, and she shoots an abysmal 39% from the field. She shot below 50% on shots less than 5 feet away, which is bad. And even worse than that is that shots from 5 to 9 feet, 13. This is like WNBA leveling up and all eyes on her now. I think that she knows that she has to completely restructure her form, because that is not the way to be efficient in the post position that she is in. At the post position that she's in, a layup is supposed to be a given. She needs to improve her touch around the rim, like all over the place, but she seems to take these desperation shots.
Let's give her credit for trying to evolve her game. We have to give her a little credit. I think she realizes my game isn't. That actually happened on Angel's own podcast. Wow. That is pretty embarrassing to have someone come on your podcast and as a professional basketball player, hey, what do you think I need to work on? Layups. Okay, good luck with that.
I'm going to authentically and seriously give Angel Reese credit, because it's a podcast and it's her podcast. And if she wanted to edit that out, she could.